They hired me for a night shift at a building that didn't exist on any map. That should have been the first red flag. But the pay was too good to ask questions, and I was desperate, broke, stupid enough to ignore the obvious. The address led me down an unmarked road at the edge of town, past a construction site that looked abandoned for years. And then, my headlights hit it. A tall grey structure, standing alone in a field. No signs, no workers, no vehicles, just concrete. Watching me, I parked, stepped out. The silence hit me first. Not the kind you notice, but the kind that notices you. At the rusted security booth, a clipboard was waiting. My name was already signed in, but I hadn't touched a pen. Inside, the lobby was too clean. Not dusty, not dirty. Just untouched, like no one had ever walked through it. I radioed the number on the job sheet. No answer. Then, the elevator dinged. It opened by itself, like it was inviting me in. I stepped in, pressed 8. My job was simple: monitor cameras from the control room and report any movement. The hallway lights flickered on, one by one, like the building knew I was coming. I reached the control room and froze. The monitors were already on, each screen showing a different hallway. Every one was empty, except camera 12. A man was standing in the stairwell, perfectly still, facing the wall, his head tilted. Then he twitched, not moved, twitched, and the feed cut to static. I tried to reset the panel. Nothing. Then, footsteps right outside the door, loud, deliberate. I opened the door. No one. The hallway was empty, but the sound wasn't footsteps on carpet. It was tile. The floor was carpeted. I locked the door, called the emergency number again. This time, someone picked up. A woman's voice. "Don't let it know you've seen it." Then, deep breathing and something wet, dragging across the floor. The line went dead. The monitors flickered back on. But now, every hallway had something in it. Tall, shadowed figures, too still, too wrong. Then, one raised its head and stared directly at me. There was no camera in my room, but it knew where I was. The lights went out, total darkness. Then, the elevator dinged. It began rising. Floor 5, 6, 7. Then silence. The handle began to turn. Slowly, I opened it, and the hallway was gone, replaced by a black corridor. Endless. I ran. My flashlight flickered. The walls were moving, not walls. Muscle, breathing. The floors, they creaked like ribs. I ran until I found a rooftop. But the night sky was wrong. The stars were in the wrong places. The moon had no craters. Everything smelled like rot. Then, I saw him again. Camera 12 men, standing at the edge, smiling, too wide. Eyes, black, speaking. Without opening his mouth. You shouldn't have looked. And sound turned off. I woke up in my car. Outside the field, the building, gone. No job sheet, no signs of life. Just an imprint in the ground, like something massive had once been there. I called the agency. They told me no such job was listed. No such building ever existed. And now, every night at 3:17 a.m., I hear an elevator ding in my ground floor apartment. Sometimes, I wake up to see my phone playing camera 12. Last night, he blinked. If you heard the elevator ding too, don't keep it to yourself. Like, comment what you would have done, and subscribe if you want to find out what happens when the building doesn't let go. And whatever you do, don't miss what's coming in part 2.